What is up, guys? Episode 15, Take on New York Sports. Recording this live on Podbean, January the 13th, 2021. And yes, my friends, NHL is back. 5 games on tap today, a slew more tomorrow. And let's rock and roll here, huh? Of course, Instagram, Twitter, Take on NY Sports. And we are going to jump right into it. By the way, Flyers leading the Penguins, approaching the end of the second, 3-2. And the immortal, the future Hall of Famer, Mark Jankowski, with the first goal of this 56-game NHL season. It will definitely be a sprint this year and not a marathon. We're going to get into some predictions. Just waiting on my guest co-host, and it looks like she is available now. So let's connect her and see how everything is working. Ava, are you there?
Hello. Are you there?
Yes, we can hear her.
Okay.
Welcome to the show. All right. So you got your NHL predictions ready?
I do. I have them right here.
All right. First things first. Your thoughts on the 4 alternate captains for the Rangers and no captain being named. Exactly.
Yeah. It was disappointing because I was leaving the qualifiers after that, whatever, that I don't even want to call that hockey.
Mm-hmm.
I was very confident that they would name a captain. And then when, 4 or 5 days ago, they said it wasn't expected for them to name a captain, I wish I could say I was surprised, but if they weren't going to name a captain, I do think they made the right choices with the alternate captains, with Jacob Trouba, because we knew Panarin, Zibanejad, and Kreider would be 3.
Right. Yeah, I mean, I agree with you 100%. They got the right 4, but I mean, as you saw today, Vegas named Stone their captain. They've been a team for about 30 seconds. You know, it's not like we're this brand new
Jack Johnson.
team, you know? Well, yeah, Jack Johnson. I mean, that's the obvious choice. I guess maybe they're working on a long-term deal with him before they announce that.
Definitely. No, they got to re-sign Greg McKegg.
Yeah, your favorite, I know. All right, let's jump into it here, and I want to hear your thoughts, and I'll give you mine on the playoff teams in each division. Obviously, that would be the top 4 teams in each division. We'll start wherever you want, so go ahead.
I'll start in the North because it's kind of a hot take, as my friend Ethan said, because he was shocked at what I said. Okay. So for the North, I had the Jets.
Okay.
Then the Oilers.
Okay.
Then the Flames.
Okay.
And then the Habs. I don't have the Leafs making it.
Wow. Okay. That definitely is an interesting take. I, on the other hand, am going with the Maple Leafs to actually win that division.
Wow.
Yeah, well, they're going to have a good regular season, and then they're just going to fall flat on their face in the playoffs like we do. So I got the Maple Leafs, then the Oilers, and then the Jets, and then the JT Miller Canucks.
See, I wanted to put the Canucks so badly because I love JT Miller. And, I think that they're going to be good. I just don't know if it's going to be this year.
Yeah. I mean, I know now with Holtby in goal, he has that playoff experience and everything, which will be helpful. I don't know. I see it tough between them and the Flames as that final spot. Everybody else, I don't think they have a chance.
The Flames always do really well in the regular season, and then they don't go anywhere in the playoffs.
Yeah, I know this season too is especially tough. 56 games, like the Sabres. They're one of those teams that, they crank out win after win in the start of the season, and then they, just fade away to nothing. So it's going to be interesting, to say the least. What's your next division?
The West.
Okay, go ahead.
Avalanche winning. I'm
Okay, I'm
currently
with
in my
you.
Avalanche jersey, so
Kale McCarr, yes, I know.
Vegas Golden Knights,
Agreed.
St. Louis Blues.
Agreed.
And then for the fourth one, I had a little bit of difficulty because I feel like the remaining teams all weren't like great. I put the Ducks. I'm putting a lot of faith in them.
Okay. I agree with you on the top three. I think that's pretty obvious. My fourth is the Coyotes.
Phil Kessel, right?
I think they got a taste of it last year, and I just think that, what really are the options? Like you say, the Ducks maybe are a surprise, but the Kings, and I think, what is it? Minnesota's in that division as well.
Yeah.
So
I wanted to put Minnesota for Zook's sake, but I don't think they're going anywhere.
yeah, I don't think so either. I mean, the top three is basically a guarantee.
Mm-hmm.
All right, where do you want to go next? East or Central? Save the East for last, I assume, right?
Save the East for last.
Okay.
Yeah, Central.
Okay. Yeah.
Tampa.
Correct.
Carolina.
Okay.
Nashville.
Wow. Okay.
Dallas.
Wow. Okay. I'm going Tampa,
Mm-hmm.
Dallas, Carolina, and the John Tortorellas. You can't sleep on him. I know he's your guy. You can't sleep on him.
I know.
Look what he did last season.
It's hard for me to think that Nashville doesn't make it because they're a good regular season team. I don't think that if they do make it, I don't think they'll make it far at all.
Yeah,
But
I mean, they obviously 2 years ago they had the huge surprise, the Blue Jackets beating Tampa, but last year they lost out in the qualifier, right?
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah, so I mean, again, Tortorella did a lot with the lack of talent per se, but again, it's so tough. 56
they lost
games.
Everyone.
Well, that's the thing, yeah, and especially
they lost Bobrovsky, Panarin,
yeah,
Duchesne.
I don't know. Yeah.
I honestly originally didn't want to put Dallas because
yeah, but I think they're too good though.
Exactly. I didn't want to put them because I was like, I don't know, coming off that loss, I don't know. But I said there's no way that they don't make it. I think that
they can't. I mean, half the teams obviously in each division make it, and you figure in that division, I mean, it's kind of a lock, but all right, here we go. The East, the big bad East. Let's see what we got.
Well, I'm pretty sure we'll have the same top two at least.
Okay.
Maybe even top three. Bruins.
Okay, I actually have the Flyers first, but I'm sure you have them second.
Yeah, they're second.
Yeah, so you got Boston, Philly. I got Philly, Boston.
And then I have the Islanders as much as I don't want them to.
Me too.
And 4, I have the New York Rangers.
Yes, we agree on the East.
It may be wishful thinking, but
wishful thinking, yeah, of course, being that we're both Ranger fans, but I mean, they got talent. They really do.
They do.
And
we got Igor.
Of course, my boy Igor. We have two, you don't want to say top tier goalies because again, Georgiev was very good. Igor was phenomenal, but a very short sample size. And I think this year, especially, having a 2 goalie tandem is going to be very helpful.
I do too. And I like that I like the fact that Quinn said he wasn't going to say it like a number 1 goalie. Because I think before he said that, we all assumed it would be Igor because he's this kid
let's
that
be
we've
real.
been waiting on.
If Quinn has to say who's the number 1, he's going to say Igor. But again, they're both young, a little friendly competition. They make each other better, And I think, what was that, Jack or Peyton in the background I hear?
That's Peyton.
All right, so another special guest on the show.
I don't know what she's screaming about, but
but yeah, no, I definitely, again, I think Washington takes a step back. And
same with Pittsburgh.
Yeah, Pittsburgh, I know, Crosby, Malkin, Letang, but I just don't. I think their window has passed.
Yeah,
So.
agreed. Because Washington, obviously, they still have Ovechkin, and Pittsburgh obviously still has Crosby and I don't think
Who
they're going
scored
anywhere
tonight,
anytime
by the
soon.
way? Of course.
Of course he did, stupid
Yeah.
crybaby. But they're getting older, which is what happens when you're a human being.
Yep.
And Ovechkin and Crosby, they're obviously still great players, and I'm not going to take that away from them. But the people that still try to make the argument that they're still currently the best players in the league, it's just
no. I mean,
brainwash.
Yeah,
they're not.
The best player. The best players in the league. I'm sure we agree on this are McKinnon and McDavid.
Agreed, 100%.
Right. So, all right. Speaking of, before we get to individual award predictions, your Stanley Cup Finals. Give me the matchup. Give me the winner.
Could be basic.
No, not could be. Come on, you're on the air. You're on the show. I want a guarantee right here.
No, I'm saying
right now.
is basic. Is basic. I'm saying my choice is basic.
Okay.
Flyers versus Avalanche.
Okay.
Avalanche win.
Okay, we're very close. I have Avalanche and Lightning going back.
Ooh, that would be
interesting. Yeah, but I also have Colorado winning.
Mm-hmm.
I think that Colorado is just too well balanced of a team, and I think this is their year. So we'll see.
McCarr is going to be a Stanley Cup champion.
Yeah, maybe he wins the Conn Smythe. Who knows? And you could say you have his jersey.
Yes, I could.
All right. Give me the MVP of the league.
Nathan McKinnon.
Agreed. Give me the Calder Trophy winner, which is, of course, the best rookie of the year.
Igor Shesterkin.
Oh, that's why you're my daughter, because you are right on point with me. I mean, Lafreniere, of course, is another, hot choice, but I think Igor is going to carry us to the playoffs. Vezina, top goalie in the league.
Might be controversial, might be a hot take. Hannah was very pleased with this. Carter Hart,
really?
I think
Hannah, if you're listening, come on. Okay? Come on. Listen, it's not a bad choice, but I gotta go with Connor Hellebuck again.
I wanted to he was my second choice. He was originally who I thought.
Yeah.
But I ended up going with Carter Hart because I think that if the Flyers do get to the final, like I think they will.
Yeah, and he's good. He's definitely going to be a big part of it. Absolutely.
100%.
All right. Who do you have for the Norris as the best defenseman?
This was hard for me. Part of me very much wanted to put Cale Makar, but I did not. I put John Carlson.
Okay, not a bad choice. Roman Josi won it last year, I believe, right? Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm going with the big man, Victor Hedman.
He was one of my other choices. Yeah, I was going between Carlson and Hedman.
Yeah, I mean, it's going to be, it's going to be one of those three, I'm sure, between, Carlson, Hedman, and Josi probably again. Unless Jack Johnson, of course, just surprises.
Oh, Jack Johnson's going to come in clutch.
Listen, I just hope Jack Johnson doesn't even see the ice this year, okay? That's what I hope, if I'm being real.
Watch him score the first goal on opening night, pull a Mark Stahl.
No, he better not even be on the roster. He better not. Listen, taxi squad all season, I'm fine with that, all right?
Oh, my God.
I know. All right. We have two more awards here to get to. We'll go with the Jack Adams as the Coach of the Year.
Who I think should have won last year, Alain Vigneault.
And we agree on that as well, 100%. He should have won, great coach, and I think this year he'll get it. And
I should have put John Tortorella as an honorable mention.
He would have found a problem with that, though, and would have cursed somebody out and did something, especially if it was Larry Brooks, giving him the award. But yeah,
his favorite person on the planet.
Yep. And the last award is the Art Ross, which is the scoring champion. Who do you got? And I think we might be on the same page again.
See, this might be wishful thinking. Because
you're going to say Mika.
No, I'm not saying
Oh,
Mika.
okay. Oh, okay.
I'm saying Panarin.
Okay. Okay. I
I
mean,
think he got really close last year
yeah,
because what was he, 3 points out or something like that. I think
yeah,
if he puts up
because
the season he did like he played last year, and now
yeah,
he's got Lafreniere, and now hopefully at some point in time he'll play with Lafreniere on the ice, and
yeah.
I think his line
Laf's gonna
mates
move to this.
improved.
Yeah, I think the line's gonna change eventually. Laf goes to the off wing, plays the right wing with Strome and Panarin, and it's not a knock on Kako at all because I think he's gonna have a big year as well. But Laf is a special kind of talent.
I was thinking more that if Booch isn't playing as good as he can, as Booch
Mhm.
isn't living up to the expectations because he's what we assume he's gone in 2 years, 1 year.
Yeah, I think next year. Yeah, he's not in
Um,
team control anymore.
we assume he might be gone soon,
Yeah,
so they might want to work with what do we do when he is gone. So they
right. Well,
might even throw
that's a
Laugh
very
on the
good point.
first line.
Right, which would be Kreider, Laugh, and
Oh,
Zibanejad. Yeah, that would be
I love
pretty
that.
amazing. Yeah, that's speed, that's skill, that's toughness. I'm down with that.
hmm
Um, but yeah, my wait, did you tell me who was going to win the Art
I
Ross?
said I said
Oh,
Artemi
Panarin. That's right.
Panarin.
Because I knew I cut you off, but I didn't know if you actually said it. Yeah.
I think I know what you're gonna say now.
Who?
Are you gonna say Nathan McKinnon?
No, he was my second choice, but Connor McDavid.
Okay,
I
fair
just
choice.
think, yeah, I mean, because again, it's overall scoring, goals and
Yeah,
assists, and I just think he's an animal. Can McKinnon win it? Of course he can. Will it be close between those two? I'm sure it will.
yeah,
Yeah,
definitely.
but I think Connor McDavid is going to win the Art Ross. So, all right, well, there we have it. By the way, 3-2 Flyers in the second intermission
They're
against
winning.
Pittsburgh. Oh, yeah, the Flyers
Oh,
are winning. Yep.
good. It's because I need the Penguins to lose. Um, before okay, I just want to say this that opening
Please.
night is going to be very strange. Not because there's no fans, not because they might
Right.
not do the opening intro, but because we're not going to hear number 30, Henrik Lundqvist.
Henrik Lundqvist.
It's going to be so strange not hearing it.
Yep.
It's just going to be really odd.
I'm with you.
I
I'm
don't
with
know if
you.
I'm prepared to not hear his name. They should
Well,
just
listen.
call his name just to make me feel better.
Listen, you have your life-size cardboard cutout, okay?
He's gonna be
You
watching the game with me.
you have your life-size fat head on the wall. So, not to mention every jersey since he was like 2 years old, and, every other 8,000 Henrik Lundqvist pictures in your phone.
Leave me
Obsessed?
alone.
Obsessed a little? But, it is. It's gonna be really, really strange, and hopefully I don't wanna say that we get fans back into the stands. I want a full house before
Mhm.
we raise that number 30 to the rafters.
We can't do
'Cause
that with nobody. We cannot. We can't do that with any seats empty. We
right,
can't.
100%. Even if we have to wait a year, whatever it is, until he
I don't
retires, he
care.
doesn't retire, whatever, it doesn't matter. Has to be a full packed house, and, I mean, that's what he deserves,
I also
at
think
the
that's what
bare
he
minimum.
wants.
Yeah. No,
He
I
didn't get
listen.
his goodbye to
Yeah,
the
which is
fans at MSG.
freaking brutal, man. It really is.
He didn't get
But
his goodbye game. His goodbye game was being lit up by Sebastian Aho.
well, thanks
And
to Tony
then
D'Angelo. Your other favorite.
you can't stand it. Do you see he was on the deep pair with Jack
I
my
mean, if
favorite
that's not the
defenseman?
blind leading the blind, I don't know what is. One more quick NHL note, though. Looks like your boy, Keandre Miller, number one line with
I
Jacob
love
Trouba.
him. I love him. Those are my two favorite defensemen on the team right now.
All right, well, I'm sure for Christmas I'll be getting the Dad, can I get a Keandre Miller jersey? I'm sure that'll come up on the next Christmas list.
I should get a Jacob Trouba jersey because I have the 8 on the Cale Makar jersey. I'll have 2 8s.
There you go. All right, kid. Thank you so much for joining the show.
You're welcome.
I love you, and I'll talk to you
Love
tomorrow.
you.
Let's go Rangers.
Let's go Rangers. Bye.
All right, bye. All right, so thanks to Ava, my wonderful daughter, for joining us. brought some really good insight to the show. Yeah, so there you go. You got our takes, our predictions. I'm just so glad the NHL is back. And I know it's going to be real tough trying to get through this season. I know it's only 56 games, but it's going to be tough. So fingers crossed, everybody stays healthy. We get in all or at least most of the games. And hopefully October 2021, we're right back to normal. All right, switching gears now to Major League Baseball. I know the big NBA James Harden trade. We will get to that. But I just wanted to touch quickly on a little bit of news of Masahiro Tanaka being linked to the San Diego Padres, who have just totally revamped their starting rotation this year. And good for them. Not only did they trade for Yu Darvish, they traded for Blake Snell as well. And I know Tanaka basically said Yankees or Japan, but he's got that San Diego tie a little bit. Like I said, Yu Darvish traded there, very good friends with Tanaka. And his old pitching coach, former Yankee pitching coach, Larry Rothschild, is the pitching coach for San Diego. So again, they're kicking the tires, seeing where they're at. But again, you know my feelings on it. Can't let Tanaka go. Can't. I'm sure we can get him on a very reasonable deal. And, let's bring him back. Let's be smart about it. DJ LeMahieu engaging other teams again now because the Yankees are sitting on their ass. Again, I don't want them to bid against themselves, but if this little game of cat and mouse caused us to lose out on Lindor as a trade, that's not good. If it causes us to lose LeMahieu at all, that's not good. And we really got to be smart about this. Again, I'm not, the Yankee front office is smarter than me. Okay, let's be real. But you can't play this game for too long. Okay, because DJ is going to sign somewhere else. And then where are we? Losing the best hitter in the league. White Sox, they're doing things as well. They signed Liam Hendricks to solidify their bullpen. 3-year deal, $54 million. So he now becomes the highest paid reliever in the game. Well deserved, good for him. And the Washington Nationals have signed Kyle Schwarber to a 1-year, $10 million deal. I know there was some Yankee fans that were crying about that. Again, Schwarber's left-handed swing, perfect for Yankee Stadium. Great. Okay. Too many outfielders now that we have the immortal Greg Allen, by the way. But there was really no place to play him. And first base, we have Luke Voigt. That's it. So I'm not, too upset about Schwarber signing with the Nationals. Okay. We'll save the NBA for last because that was a big deal. Quickly touch on the NFL. I was 3-3 in my picks last week. This week, we're down to 8. Rams at Packers. Sorry, Rams, you're not going into Lambeau Field and beating Aaron Rodgers. So Green Bay wins that game. Baltimore, Buffalo. This game is going to be a defensive, for lack of better words, slugfest. They are just going to hit each other and hard. And it's going to be a fun game to watch on TV and for the 6,700 or whatever amount of fans that are allowed in Buffalo. But I think at the end of the day, the Bills pull off the victory and head to the AFC Championship game. And they will be facing the defending Super Bowl champion, Kansas City Chiefs, as Kansas City will beat the Cleveland Baker Mayfields. Cleveland had a great year, and, sorry, the ride has to end now. You're not beating Kansas City and Patrick Mahomes. Sorry. And then the final game is Bucks and Saints. This game I toyed with a little bit back and forth. Two great Hall of Fame quarterbacks. Can I see the Bucks going in there and beating Drew Brees? Maybe. But since I'm on the fence, I got to go with Drew Brees. And I think that sets up a Final Four of Saints Packers in Lambeau Field, which will be phenomenal, and Bills Chiefs at Arrowhead, which will also be phenomenal. So that's where we stand on the NFL playoffs. A side note, real quick, about the Philadelphia Eagles and the crap that they pulled. They will not be fined for their actions. And again, you can't fine them no matter what. There's no, evidence or any way to prove that bringing in that kid to play quarterback and taking out Jalen Hurts, there's no proof that, oh, we did that on purpose so the Giants win the division. That just, it doesn't exist. So obviously they weren't fine, but their coach is gone. Doug Peterson, fired. Now, was it because of that? I'm sure partially. Was it because the Eagles just stunk this year? Yeah, I'm sure that had, a big part of it. But he's out. There was talk about the Jets being interested in him. I mean, good for you guys if you want to hire him. But yeah, so he's out as head coach, and apparently he might sit out all year and I guess wait for some other jobs to open. That's where we are in the NHL. Now, the big news that came down about, I don't know, maybe 2 hours ago or something like that. James Harden, the beard, to the Brooklyn Nets. Now, I know Brooklyn, obviously getting Durant, getting Kyrie, you're winning now. The beauty of the Nets, though, is that they had so much depth. And that, like I spoke about with the Lakers winning the championship last year, is really good to have, especially in the playoffs. But again, if you have a chance to create a trio like Harden, Durant, and Kyrie, I mean, you have to do it because now you have this season and the next two where all three are going to be playing together. And, you're probably the favorites in the East now. The West, that's a different story but you worry about the NBA finals when and if you get there. They did have to give up some good players though, obviously. Not to mention the 47 draft picks they gave up. But they traded Karis LeVert, who then 5 seconds later got traded to the Pacers for Oladipo. So Oladipo goes to the Rockets. LeVert goes to the Pacers. And Jared Allen was also in the deal, but he was traded to the Cavaliers. So kind of a 4-team mix to get this done. But on top of the players, Houston gets, okay, you ready? Brooklyn's 2022, 24, and 26 first-round draft picks. Now, in the NBA, you can't trade consecutive years first-round picks. So that's why they had to do the 22, 24, and 26. But they also, if they finish with a worse record, get to swap the 21, 23, 25, and 27 picks. So if for some reason Brooklyn just, wets the bed and is terrible, which won't be the case, Houston can swap those picks. So, I mean, they got a boatload in return. They should have got a boatload in return. But, hey, it's the NBA. You kind of dictate where you want to go. We've discussed this before. You play where you want to play. You force coaches out. You force trades. The stars lead this league. And whether you like it, hate it, it is what it is. So that's the deal. Knicks and Nets are playing tonight, by the way. I think they're just getting started now at 7:30. Harden is not there yet, obviously. And Kyrie, I wanted to touch on him as well. Stephen A. Smith of ESPN, he did. He said Kyrie should just retire. He obviously has no interest in playing basketball. And I get that he's missing these games for personal reasons due to the violence that took place at the Capitol. Okay, I get it. You want to, voice your opinion however you want to do it, but you're letting your teammates down at this point. Every game that they're shorthanded because of you, that's harder on them. It takes more of a toll on them. And they're the ones getting bombarded with the questions. Coach Steve Nash, everybody has to answer for you. And then, of course, there's this video or picture of him at his family gathering with, I guess, more than 14 people and no mask. Listen, I know we're all guilty of it. I get it, but there are protocols in place for the NBA and all the other sports for reasons. And just like there are, in the general public, but when you're a superstar like that, you're followed, everything, you're always on watch. Someone's always recording you, someone's always taking a picture, and it's just really not a good look that you're missing games because of the negative stuff that happened at the Capitol. And then you're at this event with all these people, and what? No mask. So now what are you doing? You're putting your teammates in danger, not to mention your family and whoever else. So whenever he does decide to come back and play basketball, I guess, hopefully for his sake and everybody else's sake, he does not test positive. So that's where we are, guys. Live episode in the books. Successful, I would say. We got a lot of stuff going on now. Hockey's back. We got basketball, finishing up football, and hopefully we'll have some good Yankee news to talk about soon. At this point, just give me DJ, even if we have to go with all the kids and maybe Corey Kluber behind Garrett Cole. I could deal with that. I just can't deal without DJ. I really can't. So keep in touch, guys. Twitter, Instagram, Take on NY Sports. Visit the website, takeonnysports.com. And as always, guys, be well.